I'm here. You're here.
It's daytime there.
It is. I'm not green.
How's my lighting look? I look a little green.
You don't actually look green from here, at least.
Well, good.
It does look like here at nighttime, but not green.
Look, we have a viewer.
Hey, friend. Who's that?
I don't know. How do we see that?
Where's our guest?
She should be coming soon.
Okay.
I sent her invite. Hold on, let me message her on Goodreads and be like, I sent it. Hi.
Is anybody out there?
Hopefully I typed it right. Who's here? You wrote in the chat.
Yes, I see her.
Well, my Goodreads isn't working, so I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, check that. Natalie, where are you? Who's our viewer? It's like there's no one there.
Well, I don't know. My phone's going crazy now.
Is that you? That was you.
It's my phone. I don't know why it's being all crazy. Let me see if I can get on Goodreads on here. I told her to be ready for it at 8:55.
Can I use your phone so that I can...
Oh, hey, friend.
Say hi, honey.
I see you.
Can she see me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay.
I sure can. Hi.
I can't hear you, but...
Oh.
Hi.
Yeah, you've on. Hi.
Now I can hear
Nice
you.
to meet
How are you? Yeah, nice to meet you too. How you doing?
I'm good. It's a nice day here. I'm so excited.
Oh, nice. Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. You guys are about to do your thing, so I'm going to let you get to it.
Yeah.
But awesome. It's good to meet you.
You too.
Okay,
Can you
hold
use
on.
your phone?
Oh, I don't know. I need it for my notes. There's my notes on there.
Okay. Is the PlayStation hooked up?
Yes. Can you still see me when I'm like on a different web page?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I can't find the group thing. Oh, there, groups. Booktube Bookclub. Okay, now I've got Goodreads ready to go as well, just in case.
Okay, cool. I don't know why my phone's being dumb.
Hey, friends.
It says we have one viewer, but I don't see, no one said anything in the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
9 o'clock though.
It is.
For me anyway.
So was it set to go live at 9 o'clock or just when you started?
I think it went live when I started it, when I popped it up and put live broadcast, because I have like a broadcast button.
Cool. Oh, look, there you are. I could watch it on YouTube if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a different chat
What?
on the YouTube one. It's like delayed and everything. Oh, that's so weird. There's a different chat on the YouTube to what we've got here.
There is?
There's someone. Hi, Andrea.
How come we can't see it?
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to pull it up on a different web page then. For everybody watching, we're just trying to get our guest host up here on here.
Yay.
Oh, no. Did you just like... Okay. Did you hear that?
No. What was that?
My YouTube on, because I pulled up our live show so that I could see the chat, but
Oh,
So
it
I
was
can
on
hear
volume.
it. Yeah.
Yay. Where did Andrea go? Our one person hanging out with us. She's gone.
Okay, hold on. I gotta try to add her again because I might have spelled it wrong.
Ah.
Let's try this again.
I shall drink some tea while I wait.
Okay, there we
Oh,
go.
there's 4 people now. Oh wait, I'm probably one of them. Hello, people.
Oh yeah, me too. That's funny.
If you are watching, anyone, where are you joining us from? I want to know who's there. I'm trying to type at the same time. It's not working.
Okay, I think I just spelled her name wrong the first time, so she should be up here in just a minute.
Ah, there. Someone.
It says, hey guys, I haven't gotten an email. Okay.
Yay, one person. And you just sent it again? She just sent you the email again, Natalie. Hopefully you'll be there soon.
Andrea's my aunt. Hi.
Oh, look, that's me drinking tea. This is so weird to watch.
I've got mine too. Except for it's not tea, it's decaffeinated coffee.
Ah, that'll do.
I had to get a quart of thorns or a quart of Mist and Fury mug.
I'm so jealous of your mug. I need to find myself some more book mugs. I only got one.
I got mine in my fairy loot box. Oh, look, there she is.
Hey guys, did it work? I'm not sure. I don't know if my camera is cooperating.
I can hear you.
Figured it out. Okay, cool. Hey guys.
Yay!
It like wasn't sending me the email, but I got the message like in Google Hangouts. I just had to like log on to Google Hangouts for it, but we're good.
I'm so jealous of your mug. I need to find myself some more book mugs. I only got one.
What is happening? Why am I hearing that?
Did it work? I'm not sure. I don't know if my camera is cooperating.
I can hear you.
Figured it out. Okay, cool. Hey guys.
What is happening right now? Do you guys hear all that?
No, but I got the message like in Google Hangouts. I just had to like log on to
On YouTube
Cool.
somewhere.
Sorry guys, I was like figuring everything out. Oh, what's up? I've got some hot chocolate right now, so.
So I've got tea, coffee, and hot chocolate all in the same live stream.
Okay, so I think it's all like, it was like lagging for a minute or something. Did it do that to you guys too?
I know it's not too, but okay. Cool. So I have my book with me. I'm one of those weird people that always takes off the dust jacket, but God, I'm ready. I'm excited.
So what do you guys think about it, about the book?
Who's starting?
You can go first. Go for it.
No, I don't want to. You go. First
Okay, are you
thoughts.
sure? Okay.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Like, I think as a conclusion book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy, I think it was like a really good ending. Like I feel like Sarah J. Maas like answered all the questions or kind of tied all the loose ends, but I didn't like it as much as A Court of Mist and Fury. I gave it like 4 out of 5 stars instead of 5 out of 5, which is what I gave A Court of Mist and Fury. And that's only because I feel like this is a plot-driven book, and I really prefer character-driven books like A Court of Mist and Fury. So overall, I did love it. I think it was like a great conclusion. Like, I don't have any like unanswered questions at the end, but I definitely like the character development more in A Court of Mist and Fury, I would say, than in this one. How about you guys?
Interesting.
You want to go, Jazz?
Oh, no.
Okay, I'll go.
I honestly was actually really quite disappointed by this book, to be honest. I felt like there was a lot that Sarah J. Maas did that was deliberately leaving it open for the other novels that she wanted to write. And I felt like that kind of didn't actually, almost the opposite of what you think, I felt like it didn't actually tie the book together very well because she deliberately left so much ready for her to be able to write all of these other novels. And I thought that was kind of a bit unfair because, like, this is supposed to be a trilogy with companion novels. So, like, why would you leave the trilogy unfinished just to sell companion novels? Like, the companion novels aren't supposed to be part of the series. Anyway, so that kind of, I don't know, that bugged me. But, like, it was one of those books where I really enjoyed reading it at the time because I love the world and the people so much. But then, like, after I finished reading it and after I got off that high of being, like, immersed in that world and enjoying it and I thought about it more, I was, like, actually kind of disappointed by it. Like, the longer I go since I read it, the more disappointed I am. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought, like, with, like, Cassian and everything, like, there was just so much that was just kind of, like, left up in the air. Like, you don't know, like, and you don't know what happened with, like, Elaine and Lucian. Like, I was a little disappointed about that.
And the fact that, like, Elaine and Lucian are supposed to be, like, mates, but then she spends the whole book with Asriel being kind of, like, half heading towards a romance with him instead, and then nothing happens either way with either of them. You know.
Yeah, I can totally see that. I feel like as far as, sorry, I mean, when I said that I thought it tied up loose ends, I meant as far as, like, Feyre and Rhysand go. I think she definitely left things with Lucian and with oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name, but he's one of the High Lords, the one that they said was, like, Lucian's father. Like not, like, kind of confirming or, like, that, and, like, the things with, like, the Firebird woman and, like, all of that stuff. Like, I definitely think I agree, like, those are probably, like, lead-ins into what the, like, companion novels are gonna be. I just feel like they weren't, like, they were described enough to where you're kind of like, okay, like, we don't know everything about this, but you can assume there's going to be more told about it in the companion novels. But I feel like I like that she mentioned that even though, like, Elaine and Lucian were mates, that you can reject the mating bond and still, like, just live that way, even though you're always connected to that person. I thought that was a little depressing. And I really like Lucian as a character. Like, I respect him a lot, and I think he grew a lot in this book, which I'm really, really proud of. But yeah,
Lucian was my favorite.
It's an interesting twist.
Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens in the next one as far as that goes.
Oh, I'm excited. We'll see.
What do you guys think about Moore being, like, bisexual or lesbian?
Is fine. Like, I'm glad that she has that sort of, like, I guess, I don't know the right way to say it, like, sexual diversity. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it. But I felt like it was a little bit forced. I mean, I guess you can see in, like, the snippets of her interactions with other people in, like, Court of Mist and Fury, and then throughout this book, you can like, see how that fits. But at the same time, I feel like it felt a little bit forced to me, if I'm going to be totally honest. But I'm glad that she, like, included a character that was bisexual, that was into, like, the same sex, because I think that's important, especially in, like, contemporary YAs. But yeah, I don't know. That's just me, though. What about you guys?
I like it was an afterthought.
Yeah. Like, I think it's great that people are thinking about this kind of stuff and making sure that there is more diversity and all of this kind in the books. But it felt to me like it was less a plan that she had for this character and more something that she's done in response to criticism, and that because of that, it wasn't quite as believable as it would be as if she'd written that from the start.
It wasn't perfectly seamless. It, like, fit, but it wasn't, like.
And also, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I can't say too much because I am straight and in the majority of most sort of population groups, demographics. But I just feel like there'd probably be people out there who would think that sexuality shouldn't be a plot twist, as like that might be a bit cheap to kind of throw that in. I don't know.
Overall, I liked it. It was my favorite book out of the three, though. Even though there were some things that I didn't like, I really liked the third one.
Good. What about it specifically? Yeah.
I actually didn't really care for the second one as much as the first or the third one.
You were like the only person I know that. I'm so curious.
I think that I felt like there was just a lot of like, it was just kind of slow in the middle of the second one, so that's why I just didn't like it as much. But whereas like I really liked the action. I guess I'm more of like a plot. I like plot-driven books more. I don't know.
Fair enough.
But I liked the third one. There was a lot of action in the third one, so that's why I liked it.
Should we say hi to some of our viewers and see if they've read
for sure.
as well?
Yeah.
We've got a few people here, I think.
It says 3 viewers. Woohoo!
One of them me though. Is Richard still there?
Yeah. Has anybody read it that's watching this?
Doesn't seem like it. They're all gone.
They hate us. Did you guys notice the whole 666 thing?
What was that?
No.
Oh my gosh, hold on. I have my book so I could show you guys. On page 666, the last sentence, and Reese was dead.
Ah.
On page 666.
Oh, Andrea's just finished the second one.
Then you probably shouldn't be watching this. It's so many spoilers.
That's okay. I mean, some people like spoilers.
We just gave a lot of spoilers.
Are you guys people that do you usually like spoilers, or would you rather read the book first?
I am the kind of person who'd rather read the book. Definitely. And I actually got a spoiler, obviously, because I was so behind in starting the series. I got a spoiler for ACOWAR because I already found out before I'd started that Feyre was going to end up being the High Lady of the Night Court, and that, I spent the whole book knowing that and just being like, oh no, what's going to happen? So it wasn't very enjoyable.
That happened to me too, because I read the first one just a couple months ago, and so I knew that Feyre would end up with Reese. So the whole time on the first book, I was like, what is Tamlin going to do wrong? Why are they going to not be together the whole time? And I was just mad at Reese.
Because everyone knows the name Reese. You know he's going to turn up somewhere. So all through the first book, I was like, there's literally no Reese in here. Who is this Reese guy? He's going to show up and ruin everything.
When he showed up, I was really like, oh my God.
Who's this guy? He was in trouble.
You know the moment he turns up before you even learn his name that's who he's going to be, and you're like, oh, here we go. Yeah. Now it begins.
That's cool. I actually read the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses, first. So I read it, I'd say a month before A Court of Mist and Fury came out last year. And I was rooting for Tamlin and all that stuff. And I actually hated Reese at the beginning. I thought he was very manipulative. I wasn't a fan. And then obviously A Court of Mist and Fury came out and my mind was totally changed. But
yeah. I managed to, except for that one spoiler, which I already got when I'd started ACOWAR. For all of ACOWAR, I had no idea about anything or anyone that was in the book at all. For some reason, somehow, I managed to avoid all information about, what it was about, who was going to be in it, except for the name Reese that people mention everywhere on, YouTube and Instagram. And I didn't even know, who he was or what he was going to be like. And so I entered the book and I was like, why does everyone like Reese? He's a total Slytherin. He's manipulative and creepy and ambitious, and I don't understand it.
Oh my God.
And then Slytherin, I like that. That's funny.
You guys...
oh,
sorry, go for it. Oh, it was just I was going to say, have you guys heard the acronym for ACOWAR, A Court of Wanting a Rice Hand? I thought that was really funny, a Reese hand. That was hilarious. They're people sell t-shirts. You can find them on Redbubble and things like that. I think it's pretty accurate, but sorry. I just want to know if you guys I thought
I
it
saw
was so
this
funny.
meme that was really funny. Let me see if I can try to find it real fast. But it was like, oh, here it is. So it says, Azriel, do you want a protein shake, bro? Cassian, nah, bro. Azriel, why, bro? Cassian, because you're the only one who gives me strength, bro. Azriel, bro.
Honestly, all of those like memes and Tumblr posts just give me life. They're so good.
Oh my goodness.
I keep coming across more ever since I read the book, obviously not even that long ago, like 2 weeks ago. And I've just been pinning everything to do with it to like one Pinterest board, and now my feed is just filled with Tumblr memes about ACOWAR.
Nice, that's awesome.
It's amazing.
I know. I have so many of those where it's just like these weird conversations between all of them.
I
remember I came across one where it was like Feyre and then Rhysand, and it was Rhysand talking, and he's like, I'm High Lord of the Night Court. Like, I am like the greatest High Lord of all time. Like, no one can defeat me. No one can stop me. And Feyre's like, honey, can you come here for a moment? He's like, yes, Feyre, what do you need? Lunch? To kill someone? Anything you want. And it was just really funny.
That's pretty much it. I will bow to no one. I am the most powerful Night Lord, except for Feyre.
How did you guys feel about
now I'm
this book? Do you feel like it develops more, or do you like it more in this book or in like ACOWAR when they were first getting to know each other? What do you guys?
I thought that ACOWAR was better in terms of their relationship development and characterization. Like, I felt like that was the big book for them, and then like in pretty much all of ACOWAR, it was like, yay, we're a happy couple, and they did that for the whole book. Like, there were no bumps in the road or like, you know, obstacles for them to overcome, and there was no further development. It was like they were already in their happily ever after, and nothing was going to change that level of happily ever after. Whereas like in ACOWAR, they're like annoying each other and trying to decide whether or not to be each other together, and like it was at least a bit more interesting.
Yeah, for sure. They just all of a sudden have this perfect relationship, even though they bumped heads like in the second book.
All the time. Yeah. I feel like they definitely acted like a married couple a lot. Like, even just whenever they're described together, I feel like it's just like sweet and like simple and just kind of like them together. I mean, obviously they have these very like intense conversations about like the war and like Hybern and things like that, but yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like it's like, oh, it was like must have been fully developed after that. Like, after they spent like so much time apart while she was in the spring court, I thought there would be like more of a sort of, and they just kind of like catch up on what's been going on, and I felt like that whole aspect was kind of like cut off in this book, and it wasn't really discussed. But
yeah, well, I kind of agree.
What did you guys think about Rhys dying and coming back?
It reminded me of The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Audier. In that book, I'm not sure if it's Halid, who's the main like male protagonist, or if it's someone else. Someone dies, and someone is like brought back to life because Shahrazad, the female protagonist, her father like sacrifices his life, and then like whoever it is comes back to life. And so it reminded me of that, and that was all I could think of when I was reading that. And I was like, felt like it was like almost, and like I just like didn't really like the similarity because I felt like it had already been done. But it was still nice that he didn't die, like, in the end,
I was glad
guess.
that he came back, but I also was like, the moment he died, I knew all I had to do was skip one chapter ahead and he'd be back again.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I was just like, I'm just going to skip this part, and then I'll know he'll be good and ready to go again. So that was, I didn't really see the point of doing it except to add extra drama, because like we all know that if all the 7 High Lords are there, he's going to be able to come back, because that's literally what happened to Feyre. Like, it was a surprise with Feyre, but then with this one, you're like, yeah, but everyone's there. They just fought in the war. Like, give him a minute.
Yeah, totally.
I had a total like internal war with myself when I read that. I was like, I know she's gonna bring him back, but at the same time, I'm like, if you kill him, just keep him dead. Like, let's not do this.
Like, let's do something a bit different or surprising for once.
Yeah.
But then also, like, I don't want him dead, so that's the tough.
I was scared. I was more afraid, I think, for Amryn and then for Cassian than I was for Rhys. Because I had a feeling like, I was like, oh, Rhys is coming back, no problem. But for Cassian and then for Amryn, like, I wasn't so sure they were going to make it. And like, when it was like over Cassian's body protecting him, I was like in tears. That was so emotional for me.
Yeah, and there was like this conversation between Feyre and Rhys where he was literally like, Cassian's gonna die. Like, he's not gonna survive this. He's too much of the kind of person to just throw his whole self into the war. And then, like, he still survived, which again, I'm happy about because I love Cassian, but also it was kind of like, stop just saving everyone.
I know.
Anyway. Oh, Cassian. I thought that Cassian and Nesta. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I thought that Cassian and Nesta's relationship development in this book was actually really, really lovely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
I
agree.
loved it. I agree.
Like, they were so much like Rhys and Feyre in ACOWAR. Just the fact that they're like pushing against each other the whole time, but also unable to stop themselves from ending up together in the end.
And I like that it kind of hinted towards it in the second book too, though. Like, it wasn't just
Yeah, the fact that they were just both so incredibly fierce and like no one had ever kind of stood up to them and like stood up against them, and then they meet each other and they're like, you are my equal, and they just see that in each other. Really.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love them. I think they're probably my favorite like couple or like ship from this book, you could say, just because I like that they are both such fiery people, and I feel like if there were to be like a companion novel about their relationship, I feel like they would remain that way. I feel like Feyre and Rhys, like, they like kind of settled. They're not as like fiery and like argumentative as they were before, and because I feel like that was kind of a very like entertaining and kind of just unique aspect of their relationship, and I felt very real. But I feel like with Nesta and Cassian, they'll remain that way even if they like discover their mates, or even if they just like decide to be together because they care for each other and they may not be mates. I just think
as well, like, I feel like that's less like a plot device and more their personalities. Like, that's something that will end up sticking in future books because that's just the way they are. Actually, that just reminded me of another Tumblr meme that I saw about it. The one that's like, hey, Cassian's like, hey, Nesta, was your father a thief? And she's like rolling her eyes and she's like, let me guess, because he stole the stars and put them in my eyes. And he's like, no, because he took all your kindness and good manners and gave them to your sisters.
That's a good one.
Goodness, so true.
What do you guys think that the companion books are going to be about?
There's got to be one about Cassian and Nesta at some point in the future, like after the war. And I reckon, because she keeps talking about how there's going to be some that are like in the future and some that are at the same time, which makes me expect there's something to do with Vassar and Lucian going to find her. There's got to be something as well. Because like they didn't talk about that in the book at all. He just left and then turned up with her and the father. So I feel like she's done that deliberately so that she could write that story separately. At least I hope she has. It's like, seriously. Got to find out more about this Firebird.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, seriously.
The Firebird was just kind of thrown in there and just
out like the names because I read this like a month ago, and so I'm trying to remember.
I know, me too.
The Queen Vasa, she's the Firebird lady.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want there to be a book about her and about like how she got like, you know, why she was cursed and all that stuff, and even just about like the mortal queens and like how they rule like the mortal realm, because I'm so confused as to what they even do. Like, I'm assuming no one really knows about them, so I don't really know, like regular humans don't really know about them, so I want to know more about them. So hopefully she does a companion novel about that.
Anyone have any other ideas for what companion novels there might be?
I don't know. I feel like if they do one with Cassian and Nesta, then Elaine and Lucian will be in there too. But I also want to know, like, if Lucian finds out who his real father is and stuff too.
Yes, I want him to find the young guy. That would be amazing.
Yeah, or even about like the Autumn Court? Is he from the Autumn Court? Yeah, Lucian.
That's what
I'm
I was
not
going to say. Like that oldest son of the Autumn Court, the one that was like nasty to Moore way back in the day and everything. And the fact that in this book it kind of feels like they kind of added some complexity to his character and the reasons why he did a lot of the stuff that they talk about that happened before the books. Like, I'm really curious about that too.
Yeah.
To see if they kind of do some more backstory as to like what he's been dealing with. And, you know, like because in this book, all the High Lords, he kind of talks about the fact that he deliberately let Lucian go because he knew that they were going to kill him, and like the fact that he deliberately turned Moore down because he knew that she didn't want to marry him. And so then you're kind of like, oh, maybe we should find out more about what's going on with you here. That would be cool too.
Yeah, totally.
So many different things that could be
I know.
in the next books.
This is
I was
like,
gonna say, like, even Draco and like Miriam too, like about like their story and about like the old war, like the first war that happened. I feel like that would be really interesting if there was like a more in detail story about it. I feel like Sarah J. Maas already went into a lot of detail in this book about that, but I still think it'd be cool to have it have a story like from their perspective. I think that would be cool too, or like life on that like hidden island. I think that would be cool, also. So maybe that.
she's definitely left a lot of open ends.
Yeah, see, now I'm totally seeing what you guys meant earlier. At first I was like, oh yeah, I feel like she tied up everything, but now I'm like, no, not really. So.
I think that's what opened my eyes to it too, is like somebody added me to like their discussion on Instagram about it, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I get it now.
Yeah. And also, like, can we please give Azriel a happy ending? Like, please, someone give him a happy ever after. And if it's not going to be with Elaine, like, I
have a chip clip, don't mind me.
Oh, what's that? I just saw a flash of yellow.
Yeah, me too.
I have like marshmallows because I had hot chocolate. Sorry, if I leave randomly me playing with this, that's what that is. I'm a fidgeter. I'm sorry, but yeah. And I was gonna say even like a companion novel about like Azrael's backstory and about like being locked away and like tortured and all of that stuff. I think that would be really interesting. That'd be really hard to read, I feel like, but I think it would be really interesting to know more about him. But I know I just want him to have a happy ending. And I don't know if it's going to be with Elaine or if it's going to be with some totally different person or if he's just going to like be happy with himself. But I just want that boy happy.
Yeah. I think it would be really interesting if she did do it with Elaine. Like, make Azriel and Elaine the happily ever after. I just realized how strange that sounded. Anyway, you were saying that she's talking about not necessarily choosing your mating bond, and that would actually be kind of original, because it seems like otherwise all she's doing is like, you guys are mates, and then it's kind of like an indisputable relationship that they can't, like, other people can't even ship other things around, because it's like they have a mating bond. It's like you can't ship Reese and Feyre with anyone else now because they're like connected. Actually do something different to that.
Lucian like lurking in the background, like
being all sad.
Yeah. I just want Lucian and Azriel to be happy. So it's hard.
Yeah. Maybe she'll be like, screw it, and then Azriel and Lucian will get together.
Hey, that could be cool.
Oh.
Do you guys think that like what?
You go.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you guys think that like Tamlin redeemed himself? Like, do you think that he
Not at all.
Not necessarily redeemed himself, but I do think I was glad to see him get some more complexity back into his character as well. Because like in ACOWAR, he was like not necessarily likable, but he was still trying to do good things. Like he did rescue Lucian and then like get him a new mechanical eye, and also like Alice and the two nephew kids. Like he rescued them from the summer court after something went down that no one talks about. So it's like, sure, he's not necessarily, like, he's really traditionalist and conservative and kind of archaic in his ways, but he's also, in that first book, he wasn't a bad person. And then in the second book, it was like, he was a monster. Like, just the whole way through the book, everyone's like, Tamlin, you're a tool and we all hate you and you can't do anything right. And then in the third book, it was kind of like, okay, yes, he can't do anything right, but he's trying to do, like, he's trying in his own kind of twisted way to do something right. So I kind of liked that was there, even though at the end I was still like, I don't like you. Like, he didn't necessarily redeem himself enough, but at least he kind of saw some reasons why he was trying to do what he thought the right thing was.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thoughts anyway.
Yeah. No, I totally see what you're saying. I feel like he was bitter to the end though. Like when I read that last line where he like tosses the seed and he's like, I hope you're happy, Feyre. I like read it in like a very snarky kind of like just like begrudging tone. Like he was just kind of like whatever, like I'll just do this to like appease everyone, but like I'm not happy with it. Like you should still be with me, and like I don't know. I just feel like Tamlin was just so caught up in himself, he couldn't really see the big picture. And I think even like in the midst of war, like he was such a drama queen, like such a diva. And I feel like he could have been more rational. And I think there was a point where he started acting rationally and like, you know, a High Lord should in, you know, the face of war. But I feel like what he did was just it was just like too calculated. And I feel like in the end it was poor judgment on his part. So that's just my opinion. I think I'm just bitter though because
I think the other thing to remember is that it was fair enough to be bitter if Feyre did come into your home and literally like just destroy your court.
That's true. That's a good point.
Like,
yeah.
That was some really petty stuff right there. And I mean, I loved it. That whole first third of the book where she's in the spring court and she's being all plotting and conniving and she's like, you know, 5 steps ahead of everyone around her, and then she just like destroys everything and leaves. I was like, this is awesome. Yes, you go, girl. And then later you're kind of like, actually, that was a pretty nasty thing to do. Like that whole kingdom just got ready for attack. Like they're now about to be destroyed by armies. So, oops.
Can we talk about the part where she like destroys Ianthe and like freaking breaks her
head? Oh my god.
That part. Oh my goodness, I hated her. Oh. After she killed the servant, I was done. I was like, we need to get her like, off of this Prithian world. Like, I did not like her.
Turned into like a seriously ruthless queen. Suddenly she's gone from being, you know, having post-traumatic stress after the first book and not being able to do anything without turning into a stress ball to like, I have all of the plans and I'm just gonna like, I want you dead, I'll find a way to get you dead. I want you destroyed, I'll find a way to get you destroyed. It was just like, just full on. What did you think? It's your turn to talk.
I thought it was awesome when she did that. Yes, thank you. And I liked
it was great.
I really liked how Sarah J. Maas turned it, you know, usually the guys are the ones that are like forcing themselves on women. And she turned it around to a woman like doing that to men. And it kind of like, and I liked that.
I think it was a really interesting character for a lot of reasons because of that. Like one of my favorite quotes from A Court of Mist and Fury was about Ianthe and how like powerful and, well, not powerful, but like, what's the word, like self-confident she is as a woman. And it was like this really awesome quote about how she is so comfortable within her own skin and she's like such a confident woman and she allows herself to, you know, have one night stands with men in a way that women often don't feel like that they can without being called sluts and things. And so then like the fact that she has all of these quotes about her being so powerful and then she turns out to be like, you know, an abuser and she's forcing herself on men and stuff. It was just like this really interesting, complex female character that you don't often get in books nowadays where women end up being that person. So I thought that was really cool. I really liked that.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. There was one scene, I'm pretty sure it was like the very beginning when Feyre's still in the spring court. There's this one ceremony where Ianthe is like at the altar and she's like waiting for like the sun to hit her just right. So she like has all this glory. And then like it just like shifts to Feyre and she gets so mad. I love that part. She literally stole her spotlight. I thought that was really cool.
Feyre. She was a bit of a plotting queen. She knew what she was doing. Yeah, most of
it after all.
my favorite part of the whole book. Just everything that she did there was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She defeats the twins, even though she's also got like Faebane. They've poisoned her so that she has less powers and she's like about to pass out or something. And she's still like fighting them and kills them both. I'm like, just crazy queen.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Random question.
No one shit.
She does do some awesome shit. What did you guys think about Elaine being a seer and then like not doing anything with that for the rest of the book?
I don't know.
I thought it was cool, but I thought it was like I do think it was a little. I feel like she like had said all these weird things, but then like she didn't really use her powers after they're like, oh, you must be a seer, you know? Like I feel
like said all these weird things that figured out she was a seer, and then she didn't do anything with it.
So helpful, and then there was like nothing else that she said that was like strange. But
yeah, it's like as soon as I figured it out, she stopped saying strange things, and then she didn't do anything with it. She like literally had no more premonitions except for the fact that the dudes were going to turn up in the library.
Maybe that's like one of the loose ends that they left open for the companion books.
Probably.
oh,
So Jasmine, are you going to break out the Tim Tams and the Vegemite?
I don't have any Tim Tams or Vegemite in my house right now.
What? What kind of Australian are you?
I know, I'm doing shame to us all. Like I said on our private live stream, I don't often like Vegemite. I'm not really a good person to be an ad for Vegemite. I don't even have Milo. I ate the last of my Milo this morning, so I can't even show you that. There's like nothing Australian in my house right now, except for me.
Except for you, yeah. Natalie, did you watch Cam do the Vegemite?
Oh boy, that was awful.
I want to.
I actually filmed it, kind of like I screen filmed it. I set up a film on my screen for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have it. I have footage of it.
It's amazing.
I don't know why I decided to do it.
Oh,
so painful to watch. Like only people who have no idea about Vegemite would ever consider that to be a fair dare. Like that was just no one who has ever even been near Vegemite would think that that's a good idea.
I've got to try it, but I'll do it the proper way.
Yeah, good. You don't want to do it any other way. If you do it any other way, it's painful and awful.
Okay, I feel terrible for asking. What exactly is like Vegemite made out of?
You don't want to know the answer to that.
Okay.
It's as far as I know, it's like actually maybe I do have Vegemite. Let me see if I do. Can I sneak off and see?
Yes.
Of course.
I might have a tiny jar, so let's see if I've got some.
If she comes back with it, I'm gonna be so happy.
Oh my gosh, me too. Because I'm vegan, so I don't know if it's like an entire like plant-based spread or if it's just like who knows what. So I'd totally be down to try it if it's vegan, but
As far as I know, it's like yeast.
I have Vegemite.
Yes.
I have it. That's how rarely I eat it. I didn't even know that I still had it. Okay. So it contains yeast. It's so gross. Like no one who reads the ingredients would ever want to eat this. It's like yeast extract and salt, and that's literally it. Like there's no, so it's suitable for vegetarians.
Hey.
It's definitely vegetarian. I don't know if it's vegan, but I assume it is because it doesn't look like there's anything even remotely animal related in it. It's literally just like yeast from wheat that they've like to it. Just turned it into something salty and strange. Like it sounds like it would be awful.
I can never find any of that in California. I totally will try it and I'll let you know.
Ever need a taste test of any Australian food products, I'm happy to send you some. I'll find you a mini jar of it. No one wants to eat that.
I want to eat
Good
it.
hangover food, though. I think that's the main reason why people have it. Is because having Vegemite on toast when you are hungover in the morning is very good.
Jasmine, have you had Pop-Tarts and Goldfish?
Probably.
Well, good.
Or like, yeah, or bacon. Just one of
I don't
those.
like bacon.
Yeah, me either.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't think it's very often that I am the only one in a group that likes bacon. That's crazy. What? I don't even know how to handle this situation.
I've got bacon in my fridge, but I don't eat it. Dustin eats it.
I kind of heard when I was looking for the Vegemite that someone is a vegetarian, but I didn't hear which one of you that was.
Oh, I'm a vegan. I'm five years into it now.
Vegan?
Yeah. I don't know if you can read my fabulous shirt. It says "Eat your veggies."
Ah, it does. I can see that now.
I was
there you
vegetarian for a long time. I did
Nice.
for like 2 or 3 years.
Dang, nice. Right on.
Yeah.
And then I had to go dairy-free whenever I had my son because he was like dairy intolerant and I breastfed him. So it was like, he could not have it.
Oh. That's intense. Yeah, I was vegetarian for a long time, but then I got diagnosed with IBS and I can't eat like lentils and soy and most of the things that people who are vegetarian eat for protein. And I was like, well, this is not going to work for very long. So I had to start eating meat again.
Oh, good. I know allergies stink, but watch this tie-in, guys. It's better than having to drink blood like Moore does. Although she doesn't anymore because she's now high fae.
Amron.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I got confused for a second. I was like, is this like some secret thing I don't know about with more drinking blood? That's true. That would not be fun.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting though. I just feel like I love Amron. I think she's one of my favorite characters from like the Inner Circle just because she's just so like fierce. I feel like that's a really good word to describe her.
Yeah.
She does. And like even though she's like so tiny and like her army was like what are words? Her armor was like built for a child, but
Yeah.
little and petite. But she is just like basically a dragon. I don't know. What like form do you think she is? Or like what sort of other creature? Because I thought of a dragon when I like read where she was like kind of like flying everywhere and like just destroying everything. But what about you guys? What do you like? What can you possibly like conjure her to be?
I couldn't picture her as anything. Like just like some kind of weird, dark, wind shadow monster. Like it wasn't until after I finished reading the book that I realized a lot of people thought that she might be a dragon. Especially because people talk about her being like a fierce fire drake who always is obsessed with shiny things or whatever as well, which makes sense. But like in the description of her unleashing herself on the battle, I just imagined it to be like kind of like the Obscurus in like the Fantastic Beasts movie, like just a massive evil shadow wind. But maybe that's because I'm terrible at imagining things.
I just pictured her as like Amron, like floating, like
Amron floating plus wing.
yeah, there you go.
Speaking of Amron and like picturing, this is what I could not help but picture Amron as the whole time that I was reading ACOWAR or like no. The whole time I couldn't help but picture her as that fashion designer.
That's gonna be what I think about every time now.
No. She was like tiny and fierce with short dark hair, and so the first thing I thought was her, and the whole book, that's all I could picture.
No, now I'm thinking of Amron talking with her accent and just oh no.
Now she's in any of the companion books. That's all I'm gonna see the whole time. Thank you, Jasmine.
Good, it makes it more entertaining.
You're flying around during the war, like.
Okay.
Have you guys seen the coloring book?
Yes, I need
I've seen all of it.
to get it so badly.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I pre-ordered it, so I got it like the day it came out, and it's awesome.
I have it with you right now. Can you show us? Give us a sneak peek.
I didn't even know it existed until like 2 weeks ago. So
I'll go get it. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think Charlie Bowater, who worked on some of the art. I love Oliver fan art for the Court of Thorns and Roses series. I feel like it's like the most accurate depictions that are most similar to like how I see the characters.
Yeah. So
I'm really glad you worked on it.
A friend of mine sent me a picture of the coloring page of the library from the book because I could not picture that library. Oh, there it is.
I don't know. You can't really.
Oh, it's all the stuff.
There's one picture. I already started coloring it, but it's like so awesome.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one on like Pinterest and things.
Yes, I love that one. Oh my goodness.
And like,
I'm like trying to find this.
Maybe you guys can see it very well, but
yeah. Oh, I like
to talk, so I'm big, so you can see it. I have to... It's awesome. I never have time to color, but I have it.
That's so cool.
Yes, like I desperately need to get that in my life, but I also need like all 4 Hogwarts House Harry Potter editions, so I might need to get that a bit.
I still haven't read Harry Potter.
Who said that?
Me.
What?
I wasn't. Oh my god, you haven't read any Harry Potter?
No.
Wow.
Okay, I've only read the first 2 books. I need to read the other ones.
You guys, how am I feeling so incredibly like a minority in this group chat? I'm the only one who's read Harry Potter and likes bacon.
And who disliked the book too. Well, not disliked, but it was your least favorite.
Pardon?
It was your least favorite, right? The 3rd book?
Of ACOWAR. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. Wow. I'm definitely the minority. I didn't dislike it. I enjoyed reading it. I was having fun while I was reading it. I just didn't like it as much as the rest of the books. But
yeah,
yes.
Sorry, I'm finding a picture right now.
But yeah, I watched the movies before I picked up a Harry Potter book, and if I watch the movies before I read the book, then it's hard for me to read the book.
But the movies aren't nowhere near as good as the books. The books are so much better though.
Books are like I said, I've only read the first 2, but I feel like they're a lot more like magical, and obviously there's more detail in them as opposed to the different movies. I like them. I think they're really nice. I would love to finish them. Hopefully I'll finish them this year. So hopefully we'll get them all in. But
did you see the message in the group chat?
Yeah. There's one person in the group that said that they've read the Harry Potter books and they ate bacon this morning. I'm like,
awesome. You are not alone, see? You're good.
Yeah, but no, the books. Oh, and Richard says you've got to read the books. So there you go.
I will. I'll read them eventually.
Seriously,
I just know
like
Harry Potter always there, you know? So it's not like to worry.
They're so much funnier than the movies as well. Like, I think there's a Tumblr account, if anyone's watching and knows what I'm talking about here. I think there's a Tumblr account where they take gifts from the movie and add quotes from the book that never got added to the movie. Of just like all the funny one-liners and things that were in the books that never made it to the movie, which is basically like my whole life, because there are so many lines in the book that will just bring tears to your eyes laughing. that just never made it to the movies at all, and it disappoints most people who read the books. And there's like whole characters that aren't in there as well. Like you guys don't know Peeve, and that's just weird.
Well, I'll read the first two, and then me and Natalie can buddy read them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Oh.
Wait, okay, guys, I have a photo to show you. This is like my favorite fan art from A Court of Thorns and Roses series. It's Resand. It's by Charlie Bowater. It's so beautiful. Sorry if like the reflection is horrible, but he's so handsome. I love it.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but
Oh, speaking of stuff like that, do you guys have any like dream casts for characters?
Oh man,
Oh
I'm
my
awful
gosh,
picking
think
like
about
potential actresses and
Mhm.
actors. They're gonna have to do it right though.
yeah, I was gonna say this is kind of questionable. This isn't probably my ideal, but it's the only person that comes to mind. Say like I could probably see like Chris Hemsworth being Cassian.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
potentially. Unless he
I also
someone-
do you guys watch Game of Thrones perchance?
Yes.
I don't.
You know the actor for Dario Naharis?
Mm-hmm.
That's who I totally pictured as Cassian as well. But I can totally see Chris Hemsworth as well. Just like someone really rugged and like funny, like someone who likes to be the class clown but is also like powerful as hell.
Oh, okay, that sounds perfect.
What?
I said that sounds perfect. If someone's like a class clown but also like super fierce.
Yeah. Plus he's like not a
Now we're gonna have to get that lady that is the lookalike from you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, right.
That's I'm assuming Julia would know this, but that's the guy for Dario Naharis from Game of Thrones. That's who I pictured.
I totally see it.
Oh look, it's Olivia! She's here!
Hi, Olivia.
She likes the Reese fan art. Hey Olivia! Tell us who your dream casts are. I know at least two of them. The chat is so behind.
I know.
Is it? You mean like the one that we can see, or like the one that if you pull it up on the video?
The one on the video is
I think it's like a 40-second lag. I'm not 100% sure. But
Is it normally flagged? I've never noticed when I'm watching other people's live streams.
I think it's because we are actually in the live stream, so we are real time, but the actual live stream, because it has to actually like shift to YouTube, is like a couple seconds lag. Is, I believe, the case. Not 100%, but that seems to be what's going on.
Come on, Livy, you can do better than that. Her Dreamcast
Yes,
Reese
random
is
guy.
I wish I was going to BookCon.
Oh, they're only just showing
Oh,
Dario
me
Naharis in the live stream now. This is so weird to watch. It's so behind.
Really? I'm gonna have to like.
Uh-huh.
I have mine like paused so that I'm not like watching it.
Yeah, it's probably bad for
You guys
me doing this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait.
Everyone likes the Reese fan art. I'm trying to think of who else I might. Oh, actually, I have such weird characters that I pictured people for. Like, I can't picture anyone for Reese, and I can't picture anyone for Feyre. But like, I have one very clear image in my mind for Cassian, and also for Ianthe. I pictured Natalie. Is it Natalie Dormer, the actress for Marjorie Tyrell in Game of Thrones?
Mm-hmm.
I totally pictured her. She's like really, I don't know, how do you describe her? Oh, I'm trying to Google her and I can't type properly because I can't even spell.
Okay, I just want to look up like Dreamcasts. And someone said Sean O'Pry. He's a American model from Georgia for Reese. Let me find a picture of him.
I don't know who that is. Find us a
Me
picture.
either. This is okay. So this is him.
Oh wait, I'm showing it. Wait,
That's the guy.
That's my eye.
I don't know.
Hey, dude.
Oh, she's perfect. She's
that.
so perfect.
Right? She's like.
Yeah, but yeah,
sultry.
I can do it.
I can see that.
Maybe even like Azrael.
Jasmine, who did you say that she would be perfect for?
Ianthe.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Looks innocent, but it's not.
It is incredibly not, right? As if you can't imagine her making creepy advances on people on screen.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know.
Man,
I have like 700,000 aesthetic boards for this, by the way. Yes. They're all my aesthetic boards for everything to do with ACOWAR. And I just remembered that I came across a random dude for Lucian that I thought would be perfect. But I don't know who he is. It was just a picture of a dude that I was like, hey, you make a good Lucian. Anyway. Oh, people are talking. People. Livy still has no idea what the name is for a Dreamcast person, but he thinks he's perfect.
It's okay.
And A World of Words also thinks that Natalie Dormer would be a good Ianthe.
Oh, that was sweet what Livy said.
Yeah. I'm so jealous of all you people that actually get to go to this BookCon thing because
I wanted to go so bad.
I can imagine. Anyway,
okay.
My final person that I kind of pictured is this guy for Lucian. I don't even know who he is, but I found him on Pinterest and I was like, yeah.
See it?
I can see that. Yeah.
He looks a little bit sad and soulful. Anyway. Have you guys been to any of these like book festival things? I don't even know what they are because I'm in Australia.
I always wanted to go though. They look so fun.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Y'all Fest in November.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Nice, awesome.
I'm so jealous. I know. The amount of effort it would take me to be able to go to one of these things would be so much money, so much time.
Yeah.
I want to admire all of your photos.
I'll just FaceTime you when I'm there.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Okay, guys, here's Jasmine.
Taking a selfie with Jasmine.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. A World of Words has also been to Your Fest and says it is fun. Are you going again? I don't actually know your proper name. I only know your channel name. It's so lagged though. It's going to take forever if we wait.
Yeah. That's so weird that it's so behind.
Yeah, I thought it was only like sort of 5 to 10 seconds, but it seems to be much further.
But I guess it makes sense because like when I watch Read, React, Repeat, I'll say something and it'll take forever for them to reply to it.
Yeah, that's true actually. Oh, her name is Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa.
What's up? Sorry, I'm like looking up like this one scene with the bone carver. I'm trying to remember what the mirror is called that she looks into.
Ah.
You guys remember?
What
Sorry,
did you guys?
I know that's like
that sort of the wrapping up of the whole mirror thing, actually.
I thought it was cool. I was so mad because I was like, literally, she didn't even have to look at the mirror. He's just like, yeah, I just wanted to like see if you were worthy. So I guess you are because you could look at the mirror. But I thought it was really cool. I think it was a very Feyre thing to like in the end decide that that's what she wanted to do and that she had to like look into the mirror to like save the people she loved. But I liked it. I thought it was cool.
I wish she would have gone into more detail about like her experience with the mirror, because she just cut it off.
I felt like it got to that point in the book, and a lot of the stuff that was happening with the setup for the final battle was really rushed over. Like, they kind of just like didn't actually do anything to do with it. They just turned up at the battle scene and they were like, oh, also yesterday I went and looked in the mirror and so this guy's here. Also, I made a bargain with this chick and so she is here. And like, it didn't actually go into much of the detail, which I really would have wanted to see.
I feel like for like the first like, well, no, I'd say like pages like 200 to like 420 or so. Like, I feel like all of that is just like plotting and planning and like diplomatic things.
Yeah.
And while to an extent some of that was important, I feel like there was so much detail in that we didn't necessarily need. Like, there were so many conversations about the war and that felt very repetitive to me. And it was kind of hard to like read through like the middle of the book, I would say, because the end was really exciting. There was so much going on all at once, and then the beginning was exciting with Feyre and the Spring Court, but I felt like the middle of the book was just all sort of like plotting and planning, but nothing was really happening. And so,
yeah, I totally agree. I felt like a lot of stuff that happened in the middle could have been sacrificed to maybe make that end stuff have more detail. Like, I would have liked to see that spread a bit more, especially because then there were scenes that didn't seem to have any point at all, like Elaine getting stolen and taking to Highburn's like army camp, and then them rescuing her and bringing her back again. That ended up like back where they started, but also just like wasted a chapter for no real reason. That they could have used that chapter, say, for something else.
With that scene,
like
it might
that,
have been.
like, pardon?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I feel like with that scene, it was probably, or my guess is it was Sarah J. Maas's intention to show that Tamlin still cares about Feyre and still obviously wants her to live, because he like defended her and like turned into his whole like beast lion self to like defend her and like fight against like the dogs that were chasing after her. And also, I think it gave us like insight into the fact that she is like learning to fly, and so like she has to fly herself over because Azrael has like the girl that they're saving. But I think like even though those are good, there are shorter ways you could have showed it,
Yeah, I feel like all of that stuff could have been done in other ways that didn't just add like a random plot point that also got undone like 10 pages later. It was kind of like, oh, we're in trouble and now we've saved ourselves. But things that could have been shown elsewhere maybe, or like could have been sacrificed to do more battle scene stuff, or show us what's actually going on with the mirror.
Yeah, what do you think, Julia?
I agree. I totally agree. With both. Yeah. I actually like really liked that part though. Even though like I see your guys' point, like, but like I said, I really like action and stuff. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I liked it too. This is what I'm talking about. Like, reading that, I was like, fuck yeah, they're saving Elaine. This is awesome. And then I was kind of at the end that I was like, but like, a week after finishing the book that I kind of looked back on it and was like, that could have been done differently. Like, all of these bits that I really enjoyed in the book turned out to be not very, like, didn't have very much point to them. Some of my favorite parts in the whole entire book were kind of like not even plot developing points. They were just kind of bits that petty me was really happy to see Feyre in the Spring Court and things like that turned out to be not very useful.
Okay, speaking of scenes that were like interesting but I feel like not useful, what do you guys think about the Archeron's dad coming back at the end, like with all the fleets of ships and like saving them, only to like die like in like the next few chapters? Well, how do you guys feel?
I feel like that was very dramatic.
Yeah, it was very, very dramatic. It was like, it pulled at my heartstrings. I was like, their dad is back, like he's redeeming himself. And then it was like, oh, okay, well, nice like seeing you for 2 chapters.
My question is like, how did he survive with like all these like people, and then he ends up like dying right then? Like he's
how did he know how to
rescue?
Intersect all of them, and like how did that? I don't know.
Yeah. But someone had to die. At least it wasn't Cassie.
I know. I'm like,
got through the water and literally no one died.
Mhm.
The king died, so that's cool.
Pardon?
Yeah. Amber technically like lost her immortal life. So there's that. Well, no, because I said High Fae still immortal. She just lost her like extreme power.
She lost a creepy foreign magic thing going on, which she seemed to be kind of okay with anyway.
Mm-hmm. The Bone Carver died. I liked him. He was so snarky. The Surreal died. That was rough.
That was hard. I cried so hard at that. I think that was the only part in the book that I did cry at. Oh, Surreal. He was like my favorite little gossip queen.
No, all I can think about is the picture. Like, I know I gotta show you the picture.
Is it him drinking tea?
Oh, man.
That's one of my favorite
I'll show you what you
pictures.
were crying off about.
Oh.
Is it his death, or is it just like them talking?
You feel bad for this?
What?
Oh, I have seen the picture before.
I
But
don't.
then also, he's our favorite queen who likes to drink tea and talk about people.
It's so funny.
Is this a real? It's a girl, right? Is it a girl or a guy?
I think it's a guy.
It is? I always pictured it as a girl.
I always pictured it as a dude, if anything. It.
I guess.
I thought it was small. Is it like a human size? Because I thought it was maybe like half of like, maybe like 2 or 3 feet tall.
I pictured it as like a really long, tall, like kind of like a Dementor kind of thing, but with like actual body. Like not
like a
like a skeleton that's like that size with a creepy tattered cloak, but who also turns out to be like a sweetheart.
I'll be
like
right
an
back.
ugly.
She was kind.
Oh, babies!
I'm so glad that
Sorry.
sent Ianthe to the Weaver, though. I was like so excited. That was great. That was a great way to like tie her back in too, because I feel like we like got like a tiny glimpse of the Weaver, but not really a lot. And
Yeah.
her kind of come back to see. Same with the Bone Carver. It's cool to see all the same like mythical characters back.
Yeah, even though I couldn't picture them at all. The one thing that I did think was kind of strange there was like when she goes back to the Weaver in this book, and the Weaver's like, "Oh, you've been with my brother," and her brother is the Bone Carver. I like reread ACOWAR like a week ago, and the first time that she goes to see the Weaver, she'd already seen the Bone Carver there as well. So I was kind of like, a little bit odd. Really smelled that the second time round, but not the first time round. But maybe that was just.
I didn't even know.
Well,
Just
hey
leave it
guys, I think I'm gonna have to go because I gotta go pick up my kids from their grandma's house.
Aw. Fair enough. We haven't been here for a while.
Oh, my laptop just told me it's at 5%.
Good timing then.
That works out. Yeah. Awesome.
Well, this was fun, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I really
Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
being our guest.
Yeah.
Confusion with like communication, but I'm glad it all worked out. This is fun.
Yeah. Awesome. You're a great guest. This is an excellent
Thank
first stream.
Super
And thanks
fun. I don't
everyone
think
who
like
joined us too.
Yeah, we had a few.
awesome.
Excellent.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Well, I'll see ya.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.